When I see you, my heart starts to race. You make me brand new. You start me dead in my place. I never felt like this before. You're everything I want and more. I never thought that it'd be like this before you. I never thought that it'd be like this before you. Yeah, you change me each and every day, it's amazing. Losing my breath on the daily, again and again. I never felt like this before. You're everything I want and more. I never thought it could be like this before. Never thought it could be like this before you. I never thought it could be like this before you. I never thought it could be like this before you.
It's not a walk in the park to love each other, but when our fingers in love, can't deny you're there. 'Cause after all this time,
so ladies and gentlemen, if you'd like to take a seat. So good afternoon everyone, and a very warm welcome to Bashall Farm to celebrate the marriage of Colm and Rob. I'm sure it means a great deal to them both to have you here today, to witness their marriage and to share in this happy occasion. My name's Kathy Sivia and I'll be guiding you through today's ceremony. My friend and colleague is Jill. Jill has the more important role of witnessing the marriage, ensuring all the legal obligations are met, before completing the signing of the marriage schedule at the end of the ceremony. And we both represent Lancashire Registration Service, and we consider ourselves privileged in the jobs that we do, playing just a small part in your special day. Now, I know I've spoken to you both before, but I do need to confirm that I have the right two people in front of me. So starting with you, Colm, can you give me your full name, please?
Colm.
Thank you. And Rob?
Robert Emma Cameron.
Colm and Rob wish to marry, for in each other's company they have found fulfilment and love. As a consequence of this love, they've drawn closer, and they now wish to offer to each other the security that comes from legally binding vows, sincerely made and faithfully kept. And you're all here to witness this occasion and to share in the joy which is theirs. These next words I must address to all of you present. This place in which we are now met has been duly sanctioned according to law for the celebration of marriages. And you are here today to witness the joining in matrimony of Colm Bentley and Robert Emmett Kavanagh. If there is any person present who knows of any lawful impediment to this marriage, they should declare it now. I think you brought the right people. Before you two are joined in matrimony, I have to remind you of the solemn and binding character of the vows you are about to make. Marriage in this country means the union of two people voluntarily entered into for life to the exclusion of all others. I'm now going to ask each of you in turn to declare that you do not know of any lawful reason why you should not be married to each other today. And in keeping with tradition, Colm, I'm going to start with you. So I need you to repeat these words. I do solemnly declare.
I do solemnly declare.
That I know not.
That I know not.
Of any lawful impediment.
That I know of no lawful impediment.
Of any lawful
Of any lawful impediment.
Why I, Colm Bentley.
Why I, Colm Bentley.
May not be joined in matrimony.
May not be joined in matrimony.
To Robert Emmett Kavanagh.
To Robert Emmett Kavanagh.
And your turn, Rob. I do solemnly declare.
I do solemnly declare.
That I know not.
That I know not.
Of any lawful impediment.
Of any lawful impediment.
Why I, Robert Emmett Kavanagh.
Why I, Robert Emmett Kavanagh.
May not be joined in matrimony.
May not be joined in matrimony.
To Colm.
Matrimony to Colm Bentley.
Now the solemn moment has come for Colm and Rob to contract their marriage before you, their witnesses. So I'd like to ask our special witnesses, Debbie and Dawn, if you can join us at the front, please. And can I ask you if you can just stand either side of, if you want to stand on this side, this way. And can I ask Rob and Colm to turn and face each other, joining both sets of hands, because these are the words that are going to bind you in marriage. So you're repeating them after me, but you're saying them to each other. And again, Colm, I'm going to ask you to go first. I, Colm Bentley.
I, Colm Bentley.
Take you, Robert Emmett Kavanagh.
Take you, Robert Emmett Kavanagh.
To be my wedded husband.
To be my wedded husband.
And Rob. I, Robert Emmett Kavanagh.
I, Robert Emmett Kavanagh.
Take you, Colm Bentley.
Take you, Colm Bentley.
To be my wedded
You're right.
husband.
To be my wedded husband. Yeah, it's very intense.
Isn't it?
You got through it, well done. You are actually now legally married, but we're not going to tell you. So, ladies, you can take your seats again for now, but I will need you when we get to ring time. Now, Colm and Rob have chosen to make some additional promises to each other today, which they have written themselves. So, I'm going to ask you to go first. Colm? Are you ready?
You ready for this?
How was yours on there printed?
Because I work in a print house. Am I just going or what? Rob, I can't count the years on one hand that we've been together, but the time we have been together have been tested to the limits of our emotions with each other, with loss that's made us stronger together, and a vulnerability that only we'll know. The one constant in all that time has been the love that we have for each other. You're my world. You test and push me to be the best version of myself.
Don't want to swear on my wedding.
I love your honesty, your strength, and your unwavering care and love. How you put others' happiness before your own, me. I thank you from the bottom of my heart for being my best friend, and seeing me for who I am, for putting up with me, for being mine. I will always be truthful with you. I will always love you and never take your love for granted. I will always keep you safe.
Jesus.
I will always be your friend, your lover and your husband. I will always carry your heart in mine and care for it with every beat of mine. I can't imagine life without you, and to have you by my side as my husband for our future ahead makes me know that we can achieve anything together. After all this time, I'm still into you. All love, always.
I might turn out and stop here. Am I right to Great. Colm, the ring I am about to give you is a symbol of our bond, a ring of wood, metal and stone, for growth, stability and strength. For me, you are my anchor, my inspiration and my favourite. You are the man I've always imagined marrying. That was well I pitched. You are the man I've always imagined marrying. I take this next step together with you with a deep sense of responsibility to keep your heart faithful, that no matter what I'm doing, how I am feeling or what's going on around us, you will always be the centre of my heart. You'll always be the one I champion and the one I protect above all else. I am excited to take our God's sake, shut up. I'm excited to take our relationship and lives to the next dimension, and to do this symbolically and with celebration. I love you with all I know, and I'll keep learning.
The purpose of marriage is that you may always love, care and support each other through all the joys and sorrows of life, and that love may be fulfilled in a relationship of permanent and continuing commitment. And we trust that these things will come true for you both, and I'm sure they will.
Thank you.
So we have now come to the exchange of rings, which is the traditional way of sealing the vows you two have just
Have you
made.
taken the engagement
So
ring
Dawn
off?
and Debbie, if you
I'll
want
put it
to
on the
step
other finger.
forward, and if you can give the guys their rings or for each other.
Thank you.
Did you? Is that the right one? Yes.
Thank you. So Colm, if I could ask you to start and just place the ring halfway on Rob's finger and hold it there and repeat these words after me. Rob, I give you this ring.
Rob, I give you this
In
ring
celebration of my love for you.
in celebration of my love for you,
And as a pledge to respect you.
and as a pledge to respect you
And to grow with you.
and to grow with
For
you
the whole of my life.
for the whole of my life.
Place it gently on his finger.
Lovely.
So Rob, if you could take Colm's ring and again do the same, hop it halfway on his finger and hold it there for me. Rob, I give you this ring. Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Colm, I give you this ring
In celebration of my love for you.
in celebration of my love for
And as
you,
a pledge to respect you.
and as a pledge to respect
And
you
to grow with you.
and grow with you
For the whole of my
for the
life.
whole of my life.
And place it gently on his finger. Your wedding rings are an unbroken circle, symbolising unending and everlasting love, and are the outward sign of the lifelong promises you've made to each other today. So wear your rings with love and pride today and always. So Colm and Rob, today forms a milestone in your lives together. You've publicly declared your love and commitment to each other, and you've changed your status in the eyes of the law. We hope that the feelings of love that you have for each other today will deepen and grow ever stronger throughout the years to come. I'm sure they will. So ladies and gentlemen, Colm and Rob have now made the declarations prescribed by law and made a solemn and binding contract with each other in your presence as their witnesses, family and friends. And having symbolised your marriage by the joining of hands and the giving and receiving of rings, it is my privilege and indeed great pleasure to tell you, you are legally married, husband and husband, and it's traditionally sealed with a kiss.
Yeah.
Many, many congratulations.
Thank you.
So what I need you to do is come and sit round this side of the table so everyone can see your teary
Yeah,
eyes.
teary eyes. Sorry, it's another one.
I'm going to leave you with Jill.
The wait is done, we're here, hand in hand, my dear. Just you wait and see, we're gonna get married. White dress, perfect hair, champagne friends are here. Just you wait and see, we're gonna get married. We're gonna get married. We don't need cars and money, as long as we're together, honey. Through thick and thin, laughter where we've been, we're here. Let's get married. Let's get married. Let's get married. When I call her up to say I'm in town, I get a notion that we both walk the same ground. Been traveling all over, searching far and away for a sign to lead me straight. We walk together down the streets of our home. It's been forever, a long time that I've been gone. The feelings come easy as we start a new day, and I know what I should say. I love you from a beating heart. I
picture like never tell. Let's start at the beginning, shall we? My first memory of Colm was in walking into Mercy Road, Wrexham, aka the Big Palace. You can see where this is going to go. He rocked up in his flared denim jeans and what you would call in 2022 a crop top. Although I'm sure what Colm would argue, it was just a t-shirt. A few months later, the same person is looking suited and booted in a pink shirt and grey trousers as he walked into the smoking room in M&S Bank. What a transformation! We soon all started going for drinks on a Friday after work, and in our 20s, sitting in the Queen's Hotel, taking it in turns to order a bottle of wine. How we thought we were living it up, living life on plastic. Personally, I think I'm still paying for that lifestyle. As we got to know each other, we totally connected, and there was a few things we had in common. Some things, like no one would insure us because of our young reckless ways. I personally couldn't get mobile insurance, as every week I lost my phone drunk on a night out, and Colm couldn't get car insurance because every week pretty much either smashed up his car or wrote it off. One time we'd arranged to meet at a restaurant in Wrexham on lunch day. Instead, we met in a farmer's field. Just down the road, as Colm had decided he was going to do a bit of off-roading that day. He went straight through a hedge, ended up in the field, and a nice lunch day ended up with pulling his puber out of the field and trying to reshape the hedge. It wasn't Colm's fault, it was the hedges. And this started to become a common theme with Colm. Now, as we know today, Colm is really handy and will help you out with anything. He can pretty much turn his hand to everything, but this wasn't always the case. And together, me and Colm learned some life lessons. Or shall I say, I learned some lessons from Colm. Let me give you a couple. Lesson 1. Don't knock walls down, or don't let Colm knock walls down. Because some walls hold ceilings up. This was a lesson that we learned together, but we did have fun smashing it up in the first place. Lesson 2. Be careful when it comes to electrics. Colm helped me to install LED spotlights throughout my new house. This was after the ceiling was fixed, of course. But we were young and wanted to go out and lash because we were young. So what we did is we threw all them safety caps away off the LED lights to save time. Who knew safety caps upon electrics for a reason? Fire hazard much more. 10 years later we soon found out. One thing I can say about Colm is back in the day, despite his driving, if you need a getaway driver from Blackpool, he is your man. But I think I'm going to leave that story there. Now's the sad bit. As we started to grow up, we drifted apart a little, but not for long. A few years later, Colm was back on the scene with some new handsome guy. Billy. They visited us in a caravan in Tower, which we used to spend every weekend. That night we played a game called Karaoke Roulette. And for anybody that isn't aware of this game, this is where your so-called friends would choose a song without you knowing, tell the DJ, and then the DJ would call out your name and the name of that song. But you didn't know what it was until he called your name. Now, of course, Mr. Sensible here and the wise one refused to play straight away. Unlike this one, who was wanting to make a good first impression and eager to get involved. Poor Rob had to sing Candle in the Wind to a less enthusiastic audience. in the middle of town, in the middle of Wales, with lots of drinkers who didn't like us anyway. But anyway, he did a great job. He did a great job. That night, we didn't know Rob too much, but one thing we did know is the fun we all had as friends and the way they were together. He was a keeper. The truth is, when you're young, you never know how people will turn out, what path they will take. Will they remain in your life? Will they continue to mean something to you? And will you always be there for each other? I am so proud to say I have a friend in Colm. He is humble, he is kind, he is sometimes funny, and just one amazing guy. He's turned out to be a real gentleman, and I'm sure I'm not the only one to think that here today. He's a true friend, and he brings so much joy to my friendship. The day you came back into our lives was such an important day because you also brought Rob, and now we have two amazing friends. I knew today was going to be beautiful, but seeing the two of our best friends do this day has been magical, and I can honestly say it will stay with me forever. You both deserve complete and utter happiness, and I can't wait as a friend to see you both continue to grow. To Rob and Colm. Let's get drunk.
There comes a time in everyone's life where they meet the one true love, and that moment came to Rob 29 years ago. They first met at Sandpit in primary school at the age of 4, and since then we've had many adventures and laughs. One of my favourite childhood memories with Rob was when we cut a photo of Julia's nails out of the Slideshow magazine, framed it, convincing my younger sister Lily that this was a long-lost sister from Japan. It was not secret from her. This made her cry, and us howl with laughter. We wish you were still and Link. Rob loves music and he loves to sing, and I'm sure some of you will have heard him before. Maybe once, twice, in the car or karaoke. You lot love it. I've spent most of my teen years in my room listening to Rob sing album after album, and I just hum along. It's not like he's that hard at singing, but I can imagine it's part of the reason why my mum is now deaf today. Someone's putting on the concert every night for years. I have seen Rob grow over the years, not so much as a person, but in height. I couldn't have asked for a more amazing best friend. He's the most funny, genuine, caring person, and I feel lucky to have known you my whole life. Words to all can't describe the special connection that we have. It makes me so happy to know that Colm came into your life and brought so much happiness. Not just for you, but for all of us. He's the most funny, genuine, caring person, and I feel lucky to have not It makes me so happy to know that Colm came into your life and brought so much happiness. Not just you, but all of us. He's become one of my closest friends, and ever since we first met, I knew there was something special about Colm. I couldn't have wished for a better person for my best friend to spend his life with. It's been an honour to be Rob's best woman today, and on behalf of Rob and Colm, I'd like to thank you all for coming. And I'd like to give a special thanks to Rob for giving me the first ever opportunity to be able to speak for 5 minutes. And that's raising a toast on the happy couple of Rob and Colm.
I just want to thank everybody for coming. These things aren't always easy to do because they cost you money, they take time to travel, all those sorts of things, so that's fantastic you've done that for here has been invited, there is an absence of people that is noticeable. Not on purpose, we wanted only the people that are from the past, our present, and the people we want in the future that have contributed to who we are, separately as well as a couple, and that's all of you. I want to make a specific sort of observation. There's more women in this room than there are men. There is a reason for that. And it's because when you want to make really good men, you surround them with really good women. We all need such beautiful women, powerful women, women that just do everything they want to do in life. They don't care. I'm not with all this. I'm winning this, mate. And I wanted to make sure that people knew that because the man of my dreams sits here and he's literally built by amazing women in content and yourself, man. You know, it's the same for me. I have my aunties and my cousins here who have been really formative people to building who I have become. Along the moment, obviously. So I just wanted to make sure. I am literally reading this, it's not kind of working it. So I want to thank, obviously, the girls for giving the speeches. There's some more coming up. It's not easy to get up with people and say things, although I make it look really easy. No worries. It's great to have people read embarrassing stories about you when they have the opportunity. I never had that opportunity when I was doing it. It's on the better now. So yeah, basically, I want to go to an amazing night because the celebration isn't just about us, it's about the fusion of everybody being together. And just after the last 2 years we've had, I think we can all do with a real good knees. Oh yeah, so get drunk and eat all through.
Good evening. I'm so chuffed to be here today. Guys, you did it! I want to wish my brother Colm and his new husband Rob a wonderful life together. The two of you are made for each other, and today your wedding has been magical. Thank you for sharing it with us all again. I'm going to talk a little bit about Colm. Many of you may only know my brother as the cool, creative, funny guy that can turn his hand to almost anything, but you may not know the extremes his skill set has ventured. It's difficult to imagine, but Colm used to be the best dancer. And he loved nothing better than listening to the latest dance music, which is probably like the kind of era that he was partying and going with you guys over there. He loved nothing better than the latest dance music and listening to it in his bedroom, which he shared with Dylan, our eldest brother. Dylan. He decided to turn his side of the bedroom into a nightclub. And to our mum's delight, he covered the ceiling in tin foil. To recreate that authentic feel. The downside to this adventurous interior design is that Mum and Michael have spent years trying to get that tin foil off. Just about just about. Colm has always cared about the way he looks and has tried to pass this on to me growing up. He took me to get my very first pair of high heel shoes. And then,
He took me round Tesco, holding on to a trolley so that I could practice walking. He told me that looking good was sometimes painful. On a serious note, Colm and I have always been close, and I am so proud of him. Having someone like him to lean on, to trust, and to grow up with has been special. And now I am blessed to gain another brother in Rob. The first time I met Rob, I was made up that Colm would find someone who makes him so happy. And our family... Our family are made up to welcome you. You've both been through a mix of good and bad times, but these things have only tested your love for one another, and today is a testament to that love. The love and support you have for each other is inspiring. Keep true to each other, never stop believing in yourselves or one another. Separately, you are two special, remarkable people, but together you are complete, and I love you guys so much. Join me in a toast.
It's your turn. Have you got enough to drink?
Too much, I think.
Okay, thank you, Hannah. I did mention that I think it was handmade by Hannah, so that's okay.
The cake is beautiful, that's what it was trying to say. Right. Yes, that's fine. Okay, so, what's one to say? Sorry if my voice is very loud compared to everybody else's, but that's who I am, that's why I've come last. Just so you all remember who I am. So, I'm Janie, in case anybody hasn't already met me already, or you. I'm Rob's best friend. Bestest friend. Oh yeah. No. So, everybody's speech is a bit quite funny, so I'm sorry if I disappoint you and everyone's going to be distracted. But, mine's going to probably be a little bit more emotional because mine and Rob's relationship is a little bit different. But obviously, from the start, I met Rob at school, so 20 some years ago. Even though we only still look 20, so thank you very much. I'm not going to read from the dead speech because I was always taught not to read, and when I read it's blah blah blah, so it's boring. So this is all from memory, slight notes, so I apologise, and multiple bottles of wine. But no, me and Rob went to school, and I thought that I met my best friend. Everybody loves to get my friend. So, no, I was going to announce that, just wait. No, we met at school, you know, we used to hang out after school, we sat next to each other at school, big mistake, because we always used to disrupt class, so that's why we didn't get amazing grades at school. But I thought that was friendship, and to be honest, I thought that the party, that sort of me and Rob talking, going out, drinking, and this and that that's what friendship was. You're a boy. I wish I was. But no, it wasn't, because once we left school, obviously you start growing up and you start splitting up and you start going out, doing, you know, getting relationships, things like that. And me and Rob bonded over talking about boys, which was amazing. But then one of the fondest memories, which is a little bit cringe, was me and Rob had been on a night out. We came back from the night out. And I remember my mum going, "You sound like a red elephant!" And we're like, "So cool!" But then we went to bed and we woke up in the morning, sorry, another cringe, we were like scrolling through Grindr. But those sort of memories, we were going out dancing, having a good time, and I thought that was the limit of our friendship, but it so wasn't. And then I met Colm. Well, when I first met Colm walked into the nightclub, the only gay nightclub in Blackburn, in his vest. Well, Jamie being drunk, Jamie, was like, who is this? And he's like, and I was like, are you sure you're gay? And he was like, yes. And I'm like, damn. Anyway, because Colm's so handsome. But yeah, that's the first time I met Colm, so I was probably like, not sure I'm not your best friend. But never mind. So yeah, but I remember when me and Rob used to talk about Colm, and he always used to think he wasn't good enough, and he wasn't pretty enough, and Rob thought he wasn't good enough for Colm, and he thought he wasn't going to see him again. And I was like, no, you're the most beautiful, handsome, funniest, amazing person. 10 years later, ta-da, it's your husband. But no, that was the thing, and it was horrible to be your best friend and think they weren't good enough for somebody. But obviously these two were made for each other. Anyway, that's when they met. But over the years, my relationship, friendship has blossomed, hasn't it? It's been. We've been through some awful times, and I don't want to get into too much of that because it's been a horrible time. But Rob's been there for me through everything. But Colm has as well. Like, I've been through one of the hardest times of my life, but these two together have took me under the wing, looked after me, built me a house, made me a new family that I didn't realise I had. Plus the friends on the other table as well. Dawn, Cara, Deb, everyone, we've all come together, and I think as a group we make our own family, and I think that's so important. Family's not always blood, family is what you make it. So these guys, honestly, like, today has just been so overwhelming, because I think as a friend group, we've not had something and make that so big. I mean, I know you guys have celebrated as an Mother's Day, but us as a friend group, because none of us have had children, and these guys, they're the first marriage, and I think it's so special to us, and we've seen it as so important, and I'm so proud of you two, because you're so beautiful, and honestly, today I'm like, how handsome are them two? Together, and I'm so proud of them. And anyway, I'm going to stop talking. Yeah, I couldn't stand here. I'm like 3 bottles of wine later, I'm like blah blah blah. Anyway, so I just hope you all have had a lovely day. You all look incredible. You're all beautiful people, and I hope that there's a room full of love that we enjoy the rest of the day. Can you hear us? On behalf of Dawn and myself.
We're going to sing.
Yeah. We're going to start the karaoke. But what we would like to say, okay, nice to meet you. We would like to say how happy we are that Rob has finally made Colm a decent man. He's no longer a sinner. Joking aside, we can't express how happy we are today that these two got spliced. We're really, really happy. I mean, Rob has been a part of our family for the last 10 years.
Comes round and licks your Christmas, doesn't it?
It's always
son. And Colm is a son to daughters. But today it's official. And we are so happy. Dawn and myself, the two mothers with the lovely sons, please raise your glasses.
Everybody, there's a board over there that we'd like to sign, or leave a message, or just so that we are. That's
My heart stop beating like it used to. Used to be so numb, but now I'm next to you. You got me feeling some type of way. Was never alone, but always felt so lonely. Was surrounded by, but I was so lonely. But when I met you, my heart turned from stone to gold. And when I'm with you, this feeling I can't control. I never wanna lose this feeling. I'd do anything tonight to lose you. Can't do anything, can't do anything. Baby, I'd do anything for you.
One single thread of gold that me Colm is the steel of my axe to grind. time for the boys who broke my heart. Now I send their babies presents. Gold is the color of the leaves when the short you on someone say you back. Hell was the journey but it brought me heaven. Turn, wondrous turn, give me the blues and then people think stars. And it's cool, you and me. Isn't it just so pretty to think all along there was some invisible string tying you to me?
Let's just say one more time for Colm and Robert, please.
Was always surrounded, but I was the only. When I met you, my heart jumped from soul to gold. And when I'm with you, this feeling I can't control. Yeah, I never wanna lose this feeling. I'd do anything tonight to lose you. Yeah, I'd do anything.